In this video, we are going to solve this equation for y. This problem is kind of important because it involves fractions. Sometimes fractional problems or equations with fractions are a bit difficult to manipulate. So I am going to solve this problem in this video. Now, the best way to solve this problem is to get rid of the denominators. Please note here that we have a 4 in the denominator here and 3 in the denominator here. So what our objective here is going to be is to get rid of them. The way we do so is we find the LCD of 4 and 3. So the LCD of 4 and 3 is obviously 12. So what we are going to do is we are going to multiply both sides of this equation by 12 to get rid of this denominator 4 and 3. If we do so, we get the following. I have multiplied every term in the equation by 12. Now here is a point I would like to make, which I have seen students make this mistake many times. I have seen that actually. So I am multiplying left hand side of this equation by 12 every term. Now what some folks do is that they multiply this negative 3 over 4 by 12 and then they multiply this 5y minus 2 by 12 as well. However, that is incorrect. Please keep in mind that this whole term, this is one term. Here negative 3 over 4 is being multiplied by whatever is inside the parenthesis, and you have to consider this entire thing one term. So you need to multiply this whole thing by 12 only once. And the same goes with the right hand side. 1/3 times negative y plus 1 inside the parenthesis is just a single term. So we are going to multiply this whole term by 12, not 1/3 by 12 and then multiply negative y plus 1 by 12. So please note that. Now I am going to do the cancellations. 4 goes into 12 3 times, and this 3 times negative 3 is going to give me negative 9, and then 5y minus 2. Now minus 2y times 12 is 24y. Then on the right hand side, 3 goes into 12 4 times, so it's going to be 4 open parenthesis negative y plus 1 minus 4 times 12, which is 48. Now I am going to use the distributive property to simplify it, which is very straightforward. Negative 9 times 5y is negative 45y, and the negative 9 times negative 2 is positive 18, then minus 24y, which we have right there, is equal to 4 times negative y is going to be negative 4y, then 4 times 1 is gonna be 4, and then minus 48. At this point I am going to combine the like terms. So I have negative 24y and negative 45y, that's gonna be negative 69y. Then plus 18, which is this term, is equal to, on the right hand side, negative 4y, 4 minus 48 is going to give me negative 44. Now I'm going to bring the y terms to the left and the constants to the right. In order to do so, I need to add 4y to both sides. I add 4y to both sides and then subtract 18 from both sides. Subtract 18 from both sides. If we do so, we get the following. Now on the left hand side, positive 18 and negative 18 is going to cancel out. Negative 69y, with that I add 4y, that gives me negative 65y, and on the right hand side, negative 4y, positive 4y is going to cancel. From negative 44, I subtract 18, that's going to give me negative 62. Now, in order to solve for y, I need to divide both sides by negative 65 because this y is being multiplied by negative 65, and when I divide it by Negative 65, this negative 65s are going to cancel out, and I do the same thing on the right hand side. Now this and this is going to cancel out. That's going to give me y is equal to this, and this is going to cancel out because both are negatives. So 62 over 65. Now if you write it as a decimal, is going to be 0.953841615, bunch of numbers. Now let's say we want to round it to the second digit after the decimal, that is the 100th place. So we need to look at the third digit after the decimal. So we are going to look at this. If this number is 5 or greater, if this number is greater than or equal to 5, then we are going to add 1 to it, so it's going to be 0.96. But on the other hand, if it is less than or less than 5, that means 0 through 4, which is the case in this particular case 3, we are not going to do anything. Basically it's going to be 0.95, meaning that we don't need to add the 1. And this basically is your solution to the given equation, which means that if I plug in this value into this equation for y, the left hand side is going to be equal to the right hand side. I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.